Fellows, welcome back again to another BrainFlex video. So in this one, guys, we are going to play around with metric system. Yeah. So here is a simple mnemonic that you need to memorize. Mnemonic. Yeah. Here's a simple mnemonic that you can memorize. So here it is. So it begins with the great might King Henry died by drinking. So from by you come to drinking chocolate milk Monday night picture. So there stands for Terra, great stands for giga, and might it's mega, King it's kilo, Henry it's hecto, and dead it's deca. Then by it's the base unit, then drinking it's des, then chocolate it's cent, milk it's milli, Monday it's micro, and night it's nano. Then we have picture at the end. So you say milk, Monday night picture. Yeah, as our last one. So this one, it's our last one. Okay, let's now allocate the values, the numbers. So the base has 0, or you can say 10 to the power 0. So we can say it has 10 to the power 0. Then dead has 10 to the power 1. Then hecto has 10 to the power 2. Kilo has 10 to the power 3. Might or mega has 10 to the power 6. So you add plus 3. The same to mega, you say 6 plus 3, that's a 9. Then Terra is 10 to the power 12. Okay, so going this way, it's positives. While going in this direction, it's negatives. So des, it's 10 to the power negative 1. Cent is 10 to the power negative 2. Milli is 10 to the power negative 3. Micro is 10 to the power negative 6. And nano is 10 to the power negative 9. Pico, we are saying 10 to the power negative 12. The next thing that you need to know is the symbols. So let's begin with Terra. Terra is just capital letter T. Giga, capital letter G. Mega, capital letter M. And kilo, capital letter K. Okay, we're done with capital letters. We have hecto. Hecto is represented by a small letter H. Deca, it's represented by small letter D and the A. It's the only metric unit that has 2 letters in its symbol. Yeah. The base unit, we know that. Des, it's D. Des is represented by small letter D. Cent is represented by small letter C. Milli, it's small letter M. Micro, it's also somewhat unique. It has a unique symbol. It's represented by mu. It's a Greek letter. It's represented by this Greek letter. Mu. It's pronounced as mu. Yeah. Then we have nano is represented by small letter N, and pico is represented by small letter P. Okay, guys, we are done with knowing the metric system. Let's handle some examples. So I will get rid of the bottom part. Yeah, let's get rid of the bottom part. I hope you've done some copying, or maybe you've already memorized everything. Okay, let's begin with a simple example. Let's say we have 2.7 kilometers and we're told to convert it into meters. How can we use this particular metric system to convert into meters? Or how you can do it, it's by using what we call chain link approach. So you begin by the given value, then you say multiplied by, you multiply it by the conventional factor So you multiply it by the convention factor. So now, how do you form a conventional factor from what I gave you? Okay, so you need to see the relationship between kilo and the base. By the way, meters, it's the base unit. So when you come to kilo, kilo has 10 to the power 3. So we know that kilo has 10 to the power 3. So this 10 to the power 3 will be allocated to the base unit. So we are saying the base unit. You are going to allocate it 10 to the power 3 over 1 kilo. So that's equal to 1 kilo. Now we know that the base unit in this case it's meters. So we can put meters there. This and that will cancel. We're going to get a 10 to the power 3. That's 1,000. 1,000 times 2 point that one. We are going to get a value of 2,700 meters as your solution. So that's how you convert 2.7 kilometers into meters using what I gave you. Okay, let's do another example. This time, let's get something far from the base unit. Yeah, let's get tera. Let's say we have 3.911 tera. Let's say tera meters. Yeah, let's say we have terameters and we are told to convert it into this time let's say we are going to convert it into let's say pico. Yeah, picometers. Let's convert it into picometers. Okay, we know that tera is 10 to the power 12 and pico is 10 to the power negative 12. In between the two lies the base unity. So if you have something that is of this kind and in between there's a base unity, you need first to convert this one into base unit, then from base unit into pico meters. Let's do it. So 3.911 tera meters times, we are going to put tera at the bottom, tera meters at the bottom, and we know that by every 1 tera meter we have 10 to the power 12 what? We are saying 12 meters. In other words, we are saying 12 base unit. But in this case, it's meters. So we're going to put meters on top. We are putting tera meters at the bottom so that they can cancel and you remain with meters as your units. So 10 point. So we are saying 3.911 times 10 to the power 12. That will give us a value of 3.911 times 10 to the power 12 as your solution. Now, this isn't our final solution. We've just converted it into the what? The base unity. Now we need to convert it into pico meters. So let's do it. So to convert it into picometers, we're going to lab these things and we're going to say we have 3.911 times 10 to the power 12 meters times. We are interested in having meters cancelled, so we're going to put meters at the bottom. And we know that on top we need to have picometers. Now, in 1 picometer, we have 10 to the power negative 12 meters. Okay, these things, they can disappear this time now. Let's punch it into our calculator. So we're saying that one divided by 10 to the power negative 12. So this one will give us a 3.911 times 10 to the power 24. Wow, to the power 24 picometers. Yeah, as your value. So this one will be your final solution. So that's how you convert terameters into picometers. Remember, if you have a base unit in between the two conventions, you need first to convert from this unit into the base unit, then from the base unit into whatever unit you want to convert into. Let's do another example. Let's say this time we have a unity that falls under area. So let's say we have 7 kilometers squared of area, and we are told to convert it into this time let's convert it into centimeter squared. Okay, so if you have given a unit of this kind, you can convert it this way. You begin by writing our given number of interest, then you're going to say multiplied by kilometer will be at the bottom so that they cancel, but they can't cancel if kilometer is not squared. So you are going to square whatever unit you're going to get here so that the kilometers can be squared, and we know that the kilometers will be 1, while the base unit in this case will be meters, will be allocated 10 to the power 3, since kilometers is related to 10 to the power 3. So now we've just converted it into the base unity. Now from here, we can now convert it from the base unity to centimeters. So now we are going to use the conversion factor of 1 into centimeters. We know that in 1 centimeter, we have 10. We know that a cent has 10 to the power what? It has 10 to the power -2. So that one, remember you allocate 10 to the power -2 to the base unit. So this is our base unit. Yeah. You square it as well so that they can cancel out. So what you're going to remain with is centimeter squared as your units. Okay, let's punch that into our calculator and let's see the value that we are getting. Okay, I'm getting the value of 7 times 10 to the power 10 centimeters squared. Please don't forget we have a squared there. You need to consider them when punching them into your calculator. So this one will be your solution for that particular question. Okay, let's do another example. Let's say we have this time let's say we have a micro. Let's say we have 16.3 micro. This time let's call it micro. Let's call it micro what? Microseconds. And let's convert it into gigaseconds. Yeah, let's convert it into gigaseconds. So how do you do it if you have a question of this kind? So you're going to begin with 6.3. Okay, let me wrap this part so that we can do our math. So you're saying 16.3 microseconds will be multiplied by our microseconds will be at the bottom, and we know that in 1 microsecond we have 10 to the power -6 seconds. Remember, seconds are, in this case, it's our base unit. Yeah, multiplied by at the bottom we are going to have seconds, so that seconds can cancel. This time we are going to say we are converting it into giga, so it will be 10 to the power. Giga is related to 9, so it will be power 9 on top. Then here we're going to have 1 gigasecond. This one and that will cancel. So we're saying this one and that will cancel. This one and that will cancel. So we are going to remain with gigaseconds as our unit. So we can write it in advance. Let's patch it into our calculator. So we are saying 16.3 times 10 to the power negative 6 divided by a 10 to the power 9. You're going to get a value of 1.63 times 10 to the power negative 14 as your solution. So these are the number of seconds that are gigaseconds that are present in 16.3 microseconds. Yeah, if you want, you can write it in this form. You can write it that way. Yeah, so that's the answer. Okay, during your tests, you might encounter a question that looks this way. You might encounter maybe a question of this kind. This time, let's say you've been given a question of, let's say you've been given acceleration. Let's say you have been given acceleration as 10.5 kilometers per square seconds. Okay, let's say per hour seconds. And you're told to convert this particular unit into meters per second. Yeah, let's do it. You're told to convert it into meters per second. Or let's make it, okay, let's do it. Then the other question will be more harder than this one. Let's handle this one first. So we're given 10.5 meters. Per means over 1 hour squared. Will be multiplied by, so on this one we have 2 units in it. So you can begin by converting meters. Then afterwards you convert time. So let's begin with the meters. So to convert length, we can say kilometers to meters. We know that in 1 kilometer, we have 1,000 meters. So meters and kilo will cancel. We're remaining with meters. So we are done converting length. Now we can convert time. We know that per every hour, I'm putting hour on top so that it can cancel with that one, over. Per every hour, we have 60 minutes. And per every minute, we have 60 seconds. So that and that will cancel. This one and that cannot cancel unless we do what? We square. So we're going to square that part, and this part has to be squared as well. Okay, we are done. This way we can see that this unit and that will cancel, and we are going to remain with seconds at the bottom. It's just a matter of now punching them into your calculator. No need of these ones. By this time you've mastered what I wrote here. Okay, so when you punch that into your calculator, you're saying 10.5 has to be multiplied by 1,000. Then the value has to be divided by 60 squared, and again divided by 60 squared. You're going to get a value of 8.101852 times 10 to the power negative 4. Please verify my solution. I have a doubt whether what I've done is correct. Yeah, but what I've done here is correct, but I doubt what I did on my calculator is correct. Okay, so this one must be your solution, your possible solution. Yeah. Don't forget to include the units. The units is what? It's meters, the one that remained uncancelled, and seconds, it's squared. So now we've converted it into meters per square seconds. So that's how you convert kilometers per hour squared into meters per square seconds. Okay, let's do another example. This time, let's say we've been given velocity. Yeah, let's say we've been given this velocity. Let's say we have 287.5. This time, let's say micrometers per second. and we're told to convert it into kilometers per minute. Yeah, let's convert it into kilometers per minute. To convert this one, we know that we have two units in them. It's a derived unit, by the way. So we're going to begin by writing the given value, and we're saying micro meters per what? Per second. Let's begin with the meters. So for the meters, we need first to convert them into the base unit. So we know that per every 1 micrometer, we have 10 to the power negative 6 meters. Then from there now, we can convert meters into kilometers. We know that per every 10 to the power 3 meters, we have a kilometer. Now, we can convert seconds into, let's now convert seconds into minutes. We know that per every 60 seconds, we have 1 minute. Okay, now let's see how the units are cancelling. Micro and micro cancel. Meter and meter will cancel. Second and second will cancel. We are remaining with minute. Wow, that's amazing. Let's now finish up the question. Let's punch it into our calculator and see what we're getting. 287.5 times 10 to the power negative 6 times 60. Okay, that value has to be divided by 1,000. So we need to divide it by 1,000, or 10 to the power 3. And we are getting a 1.725 times 10 to the power negative 5. What are the units? We have a kilo there, so it's kilo. We have a minute at the bottom, so I'm going to say per minute. So this one will be your unit. So that's how you convert it into kilometers per minute. Very easy and straightforward. Okay, let's close by converting a volume measurement. So let's say we've been given this time, let's say we have 2.32. Let's say this time we have meters cubed or volume, and we want to convert it into liters. Let's convert it into liters. Yeah, let's do it. So on our metric system, we had something called des. This one. We had something called des, which is 10 to the power negative 1. You remember? Yeah, which is 10 to the power negative 1. So we are going to use this one because decimeter cubed. Decimeter cubed is what we call liter. So 1 liter is just the same as 1 decimeter cubed. Yeah, take note of that. So in short, we are told to convert into 1 decimeter cubed. Okay, let's do it now that we know what a liter is. Okay, so we're given this value, 22.32 centimeter cubed, and we need to convert them into decimeter cubed. We are going to begin by saying we convert this into the base unit. So into the base unit, we know that centimeter, we're going to put it at the bottom. We know that per every centimeter, we have 10. A cent, it's related to what? To negative 3. On top, you're going to have the base unit. So now, for us to cancel centimeter cubed and centimeter cubed, we need to power it to 3. That way, this unit and that unit will cancel. Then now we can convert from base unit to, we can convert it now to decimeter cubed. Okay, to do that, we're going to say we know that we're going to put our meters at the bottom, and we know that this, it has 10 to the power -1. Yeah, so it's 10 to the power -1. Let me write it this way. Over, on top, we're going to have 1 decimeter. Now for the unit to cancel, we need to power it to 3, so that that unit and that unit will cancel. And we're going to get our final unit as decimeter cubed. In other words, we are saying we have a what? A liter. Okay, let's do it into our calculator. So we are saying 22.2.32 times, so 3 times 3, that will be 9. Are we sure? Let's see. 10 to the power -3 to the power 3. It's giving us a 9, so it will be 10 to the power -9. So 22.32 times 10 to the power -9. That will be equal to, and we need to divide it by 10 to the power negative. Okay, I made a mistake. 22.23 times 10 to the power -9. It has to be divided by 10 to the power -3. You're going to get a value of 2.232. Okay, I'll be needing this one to disappear. 10 to the power -5 liters as your answer. For this particular question. Yeah. So I'm going to get this one as your answer. In other words, we're saying decimeter cubed. Okay guys, that's it for metric system. Yeah. In my next video, I'm going to perform conversion of units, which has to do with empirical system. Yeah, I'm going to do conversion of units in empirical system. So under empirical system, you're going to encounter things that have to do with temperature, things to do with grams, pounds. We have units like feet when it comes to length, inches. Yeah, such kind of conversions. Don't forget, we used an approach called chain link method. So it's important to state the method you are using to do your conversion. Okay, have a good day, and I'll meet you in my next video.